Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. Today's podcast is going to be about how I became, today's podcast is going to be about how I became a model at 17. And I'm going to be also answering a lot of your guys' questions that you have left on my TikTok page or my Instagram page on modeling and answering DMs and everything. So let's get started. I just pulled it up right here and I'm just going to be reading through the comments and hopefully most of your questions will be answered, but I can't guarantee that I will go through everyone's. After I answer a lot of questions, I'm just going to give my general analysis and logistics on the modeling industry, and this podcast will be very helpful for people who actually want or is interested in pursuing any career in the field of modeling. I'll tell you my tips and tricks on how I became successful at 18. Hi, my name is Erin, and I'm a commercial model that's living in London and based in New York. Work with Gap, Cusa Barcelona, Miu Miu, Dior, Tommy Hilfiger, shot campaigns with Say, Quadro Magazine. Oh, I actually have my Quadro Magazine package with me because I'm supposed to film a video on it because I received my tier sheets too early, but I will be filming that TikTok soon. But let me just show you guys on the podcast. Ta-da! Ooh, voice crack. Let's just see my magazine. So I also have like a thumbnail. I'm like scared my mic's not recording every time I like film a podcast because like one time I filmed the podcast and the entire thing wasn't recording. So ready? Oh shit, wait, let me like cover my address, bruh. Oh my goodness, this is the back. This is the cover. I'm not the cover of this magazine cover or this magazine, but I am featured in this magazine and it's kind of like my magazine debut, so can only flex about it. Anyway, this is Quadro Magazine. You guys can go check out their Instagram and you guys can also check out their website where you can purchase my tier sheets or you could purchase the magazine, whatever floats your boat. Oh, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at SEOOHYU and also show you on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Anyway, it's going to be on the screen somewhere. Let's look at me. She's so pretty. Like all the models in this volume are so pretty. I'm just going to, is that me? Yes, that's me. I really like how this shoot came about. This is my favorite tier sheet. And yeah. Quadro Magazine, thank you. Now that the intro and everything is over, I'm going to be getting right into business. Oh my god, I'm like scared. I'm like screaming into the mic. First question is, I want to be a commercial model so bad, but I am a minor. And someone replied saying, you could totally still be a model as long as you have parental consent, which is 100% true. I started modeling when I was 17 and I had to get consent from my mom. Most modeling agencies, now honestly, all modeling agencies will ask for parental consent, whether it is talking, like giving the phone to them or like doing like a video call with them. I remember when I first started modeling and like when I received my first modeling offer, I had to go through with my mom about it, and they asked me to like personally put her on the phone, and then we had to go through a Zoom call with her in the background, and it's really simple. They just have to be supportive of you, and they just need to be present when you're doing all your modeling business. Next question is, I'm 13, turning 14. Is it possible for me to become a model? Yes, it is possible for you to become a model, but again, you need parental consent. As long as your parents are okay with it, you can just tell your agency, or you can tell agencies that, and they will have to talk to your parents to get you signed. Let me drink some water. Next question is, does it pay a lot? And someone replies saying it's different with everyone, which is very true. It is different with everyone, and it's also different across all platforms of modeling. Either it is editorial, runway, or what I do, commercial modeling. And it also varies on what brand you're modeling for or what job offers you have. So each payout will be different, and for everyone, it will not be the same. It does pay a lot, and I work with brands that have a little bit of a higher name out there in the world. For example, Gap, Miu Miu, Tommy Hilfiger, like those type of brands, and even Say, they do pay a lot. But for more niche and like international brands that I've modeled for. Let's say like Crusto Barcelona I've modeled for, or I think I modeled for a brand called Cop Copine, and the pays for those are not as good as the pays with more of a name brand. Next question is, girl, how do you apply to do commercial modeling? I really want to start, but I don't know where to start. Okay, I actually have an entire video on my TikTok that I will be linking either here, or I will also be linking it in my bio right now. I have a whole entire TikTok that literally take you step by step on how to like start getting into the modeling industry as a whole, but I'm just going to narrow it down right now. Okay, I'm going to narrow it down into like 4 parts so it's like easier for you to understand. Number 1 is take your digitals. Digitals are just a set of photos, your headshot, side profile, 3/4, full body, and it is supposed to show you off in like a natural blank slate. You could take them against like a white wall, like a clean background, not like this. Maybe like a wall. It may be my wall, honestly, if it was not this like decorative. But yeah, you don't need to take a professional picture. Like, you could just take it on your iPhone camera. That's what I did. And when you take these photos, make sure you're wearing minimal to no makeup. You have natural hair. Outfits, I would personally say wear something that makes you comfortable, but also that shows off your image very well and like accurately. So I'd say maybe like a black tank top and jeans, with some heels. If you are shorter, the higher the heels, the better. I'm 5'2", so during my digitals, I wore like a set of like 3-inch heels. But regardless, they'll ask you to take it off if you're going in for like an in-person casting and like you're getting measured and stuff. So you need these set of photos to actually apply to the agencies. Second step is actually applying to the agencies, and you could do this by going to models.com, and you could just be like searching up your like hometown area or whatever and find agencies that are like verified and legit that are near you. There are some agencies that could scam you. Make sure to watch out for those. You should never be paying any sort of money to become a model, by the way. They should be giving you the offer. You shouldn't be offering them anything. I've heard of like a lot of people getting scammed by like some websites saying like, oh, like you can pay us $100, you'll get it back, whatnot, for like a test shoot. No, don't do it, guys. If they want you, they will want you. You are not paying any money to get into any sort of agency. That's just not how it works. Number 3 is, while you're waiting, don't waste time, grow your portfolio. And I like to tell this to everyone, like, while you're waiting to hear back from these agencies, there are like several ways you can go about it. And one of the most important things that I've realized that helps models grow like a lot into the industry and even get signed is growing your portfolio. That is one of the easiest ways to build and establish like a trust sort of with an agency. You want to grow your portfolio, meaning take more pictures, put yourself out there, work with photographers that want to work with you, don't pay money, like I said. And if you're going into commercial modeling, I would say focus a lot more on macro shots or like headshots, because you're essentially using your face to market these products. Also, commercial modeling is not just for short people. It can also be for tall people too. It's just whatever suits your boat. But most like shorter people, or like people that are shorter than like 5'7", tend to lean towards the commercial modeling industry, because your height isn't really like a necessity, because you are not going to be like going on like runway shows or like editorials and stuff like that. You're just taking pics in front of a camera. Number 4, which is the most important step, is if you get rejected or if you never hear back from them, don't stress out, don't give up, just reboot and reapply. And this is something I love saying. And essentially what that means is take some time off. Maybe they are just not ready to sign you yet, because there are a lot of stories that I hear. And I also personally know people that gotten rejected from the agency that they are currently signed to right now. And basically you just need to take some time off, work on yourself. And once you're ready, retake those digitals and repeat the steps all over again and wait till you get signed. It is a process getting into the modeling industry, and I will definitely say it wasn't easy for me either. It did take me a lot of tries, but following through these like steps or like methods, I guess, is what really got me to where I am today. If I've missed out anything, I'm just going to be, you know what, I will probably just pin my TikTok video on how to model, because a lot of people ask me, and I'm just like, I've explained it, but it's probably a hard video to find because I post on TikTok a lot. Can you tell us how to start? How did you start? Please don't gatekeep. Like I said, again, those are like how you primarily get into the industry. But if you're wondering how I started modeling, it's a bit of a story. Nah, I'm just joking. Like, I saw an Instagram ad one day that's like saying, oh, like apply to be a model. It was dead ass like a scam website, and I don't know what brought me to just apply, but I just submitted some photos of myself and I heard back from them, and they were like, oh yeah, pay this money, pay this fee, blah blah blah. And I was just like, hell nah. I was just getting so interested with like the whole concept of modeling. Once that happened, yeah, I started applying to agencies using the website models.com, and eventually just got signed by an agency that is best representing me right now. Okay, next question is, how did you start getting modeling offers? Question mark. Low-key want to model. Modeling offers for signed models are basically done all through your agency, and they will give you job offers and you can either accept or decline. Most models will not decline unless it's kind of like a job that they don't want to do. I'm not sure if it's any different in like the runway or editorial industry, but in commercial modeling, it's really like flexible and you could really work around your own schedule. I've gotten my first offer with Custo Barcelona, I believe. It was back in 2024, I want to no, 2020, no, yeah. It was back in 2024 I got my first offer with Custo Barcelona, and it's basically like a Spanish clothing website, and I was so excited. I remember I was like, there's no way I'm about to become a model right now. But yeah, that was basically my first modeling offer, and it is all done through your agency. But finding a good agency that'll best represent you is the most important step of it all. Do you keep the products? Sadly, no. And most models don't get to keep the products. It's kind of like an unspoken rule, if that makes sense. But no, we do not get to keep the products, and I wish we did. But some models get PR after like modeling for the brands, and I personally haven't received any PR. But hopefully, maybe say Cap, please, Dior. Dior. But some like creative directors like give handbags out, I heard. But those are like the really like whoa. But I feel like those are mostly like fashion or runway models, because commercial modeling is like you're modeling a bunch of products. You don't really get to keep those products. No, it's not you don't really get to. You don't get to keep the products. But in some cases, they do actually give out products. It just varies on different brands, but most brands don't give out products. So there's your answer. How old were you when you started modeling? I was 17 when I started modeling, and I'm currently 18. But when I was 17, I was not getting the direct funds into my account because I was not legal of age of legal age or whatever. But now that I am 18 and handling my own finance, I do get to keep all of my funds. I have a savings account, and I put some money into my Roth IRA every month. I think that basically sums up all the questions that you guys have on TikTok. But now I just want to take this time to, I guess, just say what I want to say about the modeling industry, honestly. And I'm just going to preface this by saying that every experience is different for everyone, and everyone has a different. Some people hate it, some people love it. I just happen to love my job and love the people I surround myself with in this industry. So I'm going to be getting into that right now. I'm going to say that it is not easy starting off. There is a point where a lot of models just quit modeling, and it is because once you get signed, it doesn't like mean, oh my god, rainbows and unicorns and ponies all over the place. Like, no. Obviously, it's like any other job. Once you get started, you have to work for it. There will be periods of times where modeling is not really a stable career, and there are a lot of risks into going into the modeling industry, only because it's not guaranteed that you get money every month. There are months that I make like literally negative dollars, and there are months where I make over 10K. It really depends, and it is definitely a risk that you have to commit to. But once you feel as if you are stable enough or receive like an offer that is potentially like life-changing, commit to it. Honestly, just commit to it, because it is a huge risk, like just taking everything and just putting all your like energy and heart and soul into one thing. Once you receive like a go around, or like a yes, like I'm kind of set for life kind of moment, just go for it. Yeah, you will regret it so much more if you miss out on the opportunities that you're given. So once you receive that signal of any sort, just take it. The thing is, like, for me, it's not that big of a risk being in the modeling industry right now, because I am still a student going to college, and getting an education, being a model, although it is in the list of my priorities, it is not my number one priority. Of course, your health and any other determinants that are more important to you should override modeling in any sort of way. Or your health should always be more important than anything that you are currently doing or anything that you have to live for. Guys, please take care of yourself. Money will come, money will follow. Just believe in yourself first. But this is just like an advice to like the older people or like people that are actually doing some other stable career or have like a stable career or like a job that's not modeling but want to model or want to pursue modeling. It is definitely something you can do for like a part-time. That is kind of like what I'm doing now, because modeling season just started. Oh, by the way, this is so off topic, but I actually feel so accomplished today, and the reason why I look like I was cleaning of some sort, I don't know, I just look like a little like comfortable, is because I literally spent my entire evening meal prepping and cleaning my whole entire kitchen out because modeling season is starting, which means I have to lock in. But yeah, modeling definitely has helped my confidence a lot. I'm definitely a lot more accepting of myself, loving of myself, and caring of myself. The 3 things you need to do in life. But I think this is where I'm going to cut the podcast because most of my information is listed on my TikTok anyway. But I just want to take this time to just, be real and actualize and give you like the honesty behind modeling industry. If you have more specific questions, like please let me know, because I will be doing like another Q&A session I'm planning where I answer all your deep, juicy, secret questions. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I shall see you guys. Comment down below or like let me know if you have any specific requests you want me to touch on, and I will gladly put them in my next podcast. I have to go run errands now, but thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.